Butter chicken. I got a craving for butter chicken. So that's what we're going to cook tonight. I'm going to show you how easy it is. And guess what I'm cooking it in? My multi-purpose round steamer. So that's step one, sweet potatoes. Now I'm going to cut up a beautiful red onion into chunks. So you take that end off. You can take that end off. And then I just score my onion and I peel. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm peeling that outer layer of the onion. Okay, peeled onion, ready to go. And then I'm going to show you how to chop an onion really quick. And you're going to hear my dogs in the background because they're being naughty. So in half, flat. Then I'm going to come in and just do, I want big chunks. Turn, and then come back in big chunks. So now I have these nice slices of beautiful onion. So I'm only going to use half an onion for this. And where do you think I'm going to put it in? I'm going to sprinkle it into my steamer, just like that. Okay. Chicken thighs. I got 5 chicken thighs. And I'm going to I'm not going to cut these. I'm going to leave them whole because the sweet potatoes are going to take about 7 to 8 minutes to cook. Okay, and if I cut these too small, then that will cook faster than the rest. So I'm just going to dump my chicken thighs in here. They're from Costco. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my buttered chicken. Okay, so I'm doing 2 tablespoons. I'll do 3 tablespoons. Okay, and I'm going to add some salt to this because this is really low in salt and I feel it needs some salt. So I'm just do some grinder. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to stir the spices and kind of coat all of the chicken, the onions, and the sweet potatoes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm popping the lid on and I'm going to cook this for 4 minutes, okay? 4 to 5 minutes. That's for stage 1. All right, so I just took out the steamer. I actually cooked it for 10 minutes, guys, in total so far. So that's the first cook. And it looks like the onions are cooked. See the juices that just the chicken and the vegetables and stuff hit. And I'm going to check my vegetables are cooked. My chicken isn't cooked yet. So I'm just going to break my chicken thigh in half now. See how easy it is? So it's partially cooked. So if you see, the chicken is still a little bit red. But now I'm going to do the second half of this cook. So you can do this, like the recipe on the meal solution actually tells you to cook this on the cooktop. But I want to cook it in my steamer. Why? Because it's so much easier. And I don't have to fart around with more dishes. Okay. And you could serve rice with this if you want to, but I am, because there's vegetables in there and onions, I'm just going to put this like a stew. Doesn't that look beautiful? Now, we're going to finish up the recipe. Crushed tomatoes, but I don't have any crushed tomatoes that are opened. So I'm putting the rest of the spice blend in for the butter chicken, okay? Calls for 1 can of coconut milk. So now I'm putting in my coconut milk. And you're going to hear my dogs because their dad's coming back and they're going to bark. Okay, and I'm going to put tomato paste in. But a tip for you guys is when I open a can of tomato paste, I may use 1 or 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and then I'm left with half a can. What do I do with that? Ta-da! I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I put it flat, and I freeze it. And now you're going to see how easy it is to just break a chunk off. Like literally, watch this. You break a chunk off. And you drop it into whatever, your spaghetti sauce, your tomatoes, like whatever you're doing, buttered chicken. So I'm not really measuring, so I probably put in about 2 tablespoons. And I still have this. And all I'm going to do is seal this, put it back in the freezer. You should have labeled it tomato paste, but I know what it is because I always do this. And I never waste my tomato paste. I'm going to pop this back into the microwave with lid off. And I'm going to cook this for about 7 more minutes. So this entire meal from preparing it and cooking it is like a 20-minute meal. Cook time for me is going to be 17 minutes.